Good morning, children. In your previous class, we discussed about the sound produced by humans, and also we saw that the sound needs a medium for propagation. We saw one activity, children. From that, we concluded that the sound cannot travel through a vacuum. Means sound needs a medium for propagation. Now, today we will discuss some more activities, children. First, we will see that the sound can travel in a liquids. Here, one activity has been given, children. You have to take a bucket or a bathtub, fill it with the clean water. It has been shown in the figure here. You have to take a bucket or a bathtub and you have to fill it with the clean water. Now, take a small bell. Take a small bell in one hand. Shake this bell inside the water to produce the sound. Make sure that the bell does not touch the body of the bucket or the tub. Now, place your ears slowly on the water surface. Now see that, children, can you hear the sound of the bell? Understood, children? Here, first you have to take a bucket or a bathtub and you have to fill it with the clean water. Take a small bell in one hand. Shake this bell inside the water to produce the sound. Make sure that the bell should not touch the body of the bucket or the tub here. Now you have to place your ears slowly on the surface of water. Now observe that, children, can you hear the sound of the bell? Yes, children, you can hear the sound of the bell here. Now this indicates that the sound can travel through liquids. You can try this activity, children. You should be careful that the water should not enter your ears. Now when you place your ears slowly on the surface of water, now you will hear the sound of the bell. This indicates that the sound can travel through liquids. Next, now let us find out that if the sound can travel through solids also. You have to take a meter scale or a long metal rod and you have to hold its one end to your ear and ask your friend to gently scratch the metal rod, children, or tap at the other end of the scale or a rod. You can see in the figure here, one boy is holding the meter scale on his ear and another boy is holding the scale here. Now he is scratching and another boy is hearing the sound here. Now the boy can hear the scratching sound here. Now ask your friends around you if they were able to hear the same sound. See, children, here, if he scratched, the boy can hear the sound here. This indicates that the sound can travel through solids also. You can perform the above activity by placing your ear at one end of a long wooden or a metallic table, children, and asking your friend to gently scratch the other end of the table. See here, one boy is here scratching the table here. This is a wooden table and one boy is placing the ear on the table here. Now you can hear the sound of the scratching table here, children. When you place your ears on the table, the scratching sound you can hear. This indicates that the sound can travel through solids. Now we find that the sound can travel through wood or a metal. In fact, sound can travel through any solid. You can perform the interesting activities to show that the sound can also travel through strings here. See here, children, have you ever made a toy telephone? And can you say that the sound can travel through the strings here? See children, you can perform the interesting activities to show that sound can also travel through the strings. See children, this may you have played this the telephone string it is. Now we have learned so far that the vibrating objects produce the sound and it is carried in all the directions in a medium. The medium could be a gas, a liquid or a solid. See here children, this is a toy telephone. It is made up of a string here. Now you can hear the sound through the string also. If one boy makes the sound here, another boy can hear. This indicates that the sound can travel through the strings here. Now we have learned so far that the vibrating objects, they produce the sound and it is carried in all the directions in a medium. The medium could be either a gas, a liquid or a solid. Now we will see that how do we hear it. We hear the sound through our ears. See children, the shape of the outer part of the ear, it is like a funnel. You can see here children, it is shape of a human ear. The outer part of the ear, it is like a funnel. When sound enters it, when the sound enters it, it travels down a canal at the end of which there is a thin stretched membrane. It is called as the eardrum. See children here, it is the eardrum. It has been shown here, it is the eardrum. When the sound enters the ear, it travels through a canal. It travels through a canal children, and at the end of which there is a thin stretched membrane. Here it is a thin stretched membrane. It is called as the eardrum. Now it performs an important function children. To understand what the eardrum does, now let us build a tin can model of the eardrum. See children, here the eardrum, it is like a stretched rubber sheet. The eardrum, it is like a stretched rubber sheet. The sound vibrations make the eardrum vibrate. The sound vibrations make the eardrum vibrate here. The eardrum sends the vibrations to the inner ear. This eardrum sends the vibrations to the inner ear, and from there the signal goes to the brain. From this inner ear, the signal goes to the brain. That is how we can hear. See children, first we will see some activity here. That is activity of a tin can model. See children, you have to take a plastic or a tin can here. Take a plastic or a tin can. Now cut it ends. Take a plastic or a tin can. You have to cut it ends here. Now stretch a piece of a rubber balloon. See here, it has been shown in the figure here. We have to stretch a piece of a rubber balloon across one end of the can, and you have to fasten it with a rubber band. You have to fasten it with a rubber band. Now put 4 or 5 grains children. Put 4 or 5 grains of a dry cereal on the stretched rubber. Now ask your friend to speak. See children, he is speaking hooray hooray from the open end. Now observe that what happens to the grain. See children, here it is a plastic can, or you can take a tin can. Now cut it ends. Now stretch a piece of a rubber balloon across one end of the can and fasten it with a rubber band so that it can't move. Now put 4 or 5 grains of dry cereal on the stretched rubber. Now ask your friend to speak hooray hooray from the open end here. Now see children, when he speaks, the grains will jump up and down here children. Why? Because it is because of the sound he is making. See children, here the eardrum, it is this eardrum, it is like a stretched rubber sheet. This eardrum, it is like a stretched rubber sheet. Now the sound vibrations, they make the eardrum to vibrate. The sound vibrations, they make the eardrum to vibrate. Now the eardrum, this eardrum, it sends the vibrations to the inner ear. This is the inner ear. The eardrum sends the vibrations to the inner ear. Now from there, the signal, means here whatever the vibrations are there, they are the signals, they go to the brain here. That is how we can hear, children. That is how we can hear. Understood, children? Here till now we discussed about the activities related that the sound can travel through solids, liquids and gas, and also we saw that how we can hear the sound through our ears. We also saw that here the grains jump up and down on the tin can because of the sound made by the boy here. This is how the action of the eardrum, children. Children, till now we studied about how sound can travel through a solid, liquid and a gas, and also we discussed the activities, and we also saw that we can hear the sound through our ears, means the eardrum, through the eardrum the vibrations, they are sent to the inner ear, and then the signal goes to the brain, then we can hear the sound. Thank you, children. Next concepts we will study in our next class. You read these all. If you have any doubt, you can ask me.